Certainly, see, we have to understand that out of these more than 1,000 products, now the discussion is restricted to only about 6 products. And of course, these are very sensitive products and they would contribute to a very large extent to the exchequer. Now, let's take an example of the footwear, which has been talked quite a bit in the recent past. And today also, I think the debate is about fixing the rate for this footwear. Now, understand the diversity which India has in terms of the poverty, in terms of the economic imbalances, or I would say the income inequalities. Today, if the footwear which is costing less than 500 rupees as an MRP, if that gets taxed at a higher rate of 12% and so on and so forth, suddenly it becomes very expensive for the poor. Now, in the past, the disputes which have arisen on the footwear is also not with respect to the valuation, but with respect to other things, such as are these molded footwears, are these made out of plastics, and there have been a lot of disputes in the past with respect to that classification. So I think till the time the rates are clear in terms of all types of footwears getting covered, and maybe there is a caveat with respect to the value and which is based on the MRP, I think it is still okay to go ahead, because what will happen is then the entire footwear, maybe not 3 rates for footwear the way the different rates have come for the hotel industry, but maybe 2 rates for footwear. One could be simply exempt when it is less than 500 rupees of MRP, and the other could be maybe a higher rate of 12%. So that addresses the problem, but I think the bigger problem with respect to the classification, whether these are made out of plastics or whether these are molded or whether these are pure leather, all those classifications have to go off to reduce the classification disputes in the coming days. So that's the example on the footwear. Now let's talk about the other thing which has been much debated is the gold. Today, the debate is whether the 4% rate or the 5% rate is a feasible rate for gold. But I think the most important aspect which we need to understand is that while gold may be a luxury for the rich, it is still a sort of a stability for a lot of mid-income sized people. And today also a lot of this gold which has been kept as security by the middle income group people are also given as mortgage sometimes. And that mortgage gold for which the money is received, if that entire thing is forfeited, the 5% cost increases. At the same time, what will also happen is that if the rate on gold is very high, then will there be situations when people will buy such commodities without